The Los Angeles Lakers. All about showtime, all about the bright lights, and all about big goals. After a season of falling short in the Western Conference Finals to a very polished Denver Nuggets, the Lakers have nothing less in their sights than an NBA championship going into this 2023-24 season. When you're led by one of the greatest players to ever step foot on the hardwood, it's extremely hard to fall all the way out the pack, and time again, LeBron James always finds a way to lift his team to a whole nother level. After last season, Anthony Davis and LeBron both proved that they can still play at elite levels, so that really wasn't much of a problem, well, I guess you could say besides the injuries. But it was more so the surrounding cast that needed to put the pieces together so they could help out their stars. LA did make some moves in the mid-season which helped them out a lot. Austin Reaves coming alive in the back half of the season was very beneficial, and now with their off-season pickups, the Lakers should truly be more competitive in hopes of getting to the finals. Now the first thing most people like to do is make excuses, and the main one is that the Lakers' outside shooting was a problem in the playoffs, and I'm here to say I don't think that was the one and only problem at all. Even more, when you look at their regular season conversion rate from deep, it sat at 34.6% on 31 3-point attempts per game, and then in the playoffs it drops to 33.5% on 30 attempts per game. So honestly, it wasn't a huge drop off that can make you say that was the only problem for LA. But hold on, I will say, compared to the other top 5 teams in playoff games played, the Lakers were at the bottom of the totem pole when it came to 3-point percentage, so I'll give you that. But was it really their 3-point conversion rate alone that made them lose games? Nah, not really. Like I've always said time and time again around here, basketball is way more than the stats, as you have to look at the numbers and then match it with the eye test to really see what's going on. When you have a lack of shooting, it allows for teams to scheme against you a whole lot different, and also in the playoffs in general, there's a lot less time for you to get comfortable, so poor shooting nights can really shift the direction of the whole entire series. This Lakers offense would get caught standing around a lot, just focusing on what LeBron and AD could create, and this led to the defense being able to force the ball out of their hands with traps or doubles, so when you add on the poor shooting from the outside with that, it would hinder the Lakers offense a ton. A more than huge pickup that's going to help this team in that department immediately is Gabe Vincent. For the Miami Heat, Vincent was a very valuable piece in the finals, just making it rain from downtown, and this will help the Lakers out a lot from the floor spacing aspect. Vincent can move off ball, shoot off the catch, and even if there's not a lot of room, he can still let it fly. When looking at his shooting splits from deep during the playoffs, you can see Vincent was far more reliable off the catch, so defenders couldn't really help off him too much, or else they would probably end up paying for it. Now I'm not here to say D'Lo couldn't do the same, but as we all saw once it came to the bigger stage, which is the playoffs, it was like D'Lo couldn't buy a bucket if he tried. During the regular season, Russell was knocking down his threes at a near 40% rate, but once getting into the postseason, it dropped all the way down to 31%, just making him almost useless on the offensive end, as his playmaking wasn't a big game changer either. So by getting Gabe Vincent, not only do you get a floor spacer who can knock down threes and someone who can attack the basket in multiple ways, he can also play very solid defense on the other end. At the point of attack, Vincent can get up in defenders just disturbing their peace, which is a valuable weapon for the defense, as the opposing teams will be played differently from when D'Lo is out there compared to when Vincent is out there. D'Lo is more of a passing lane, interceptor, hands everywhere type of player, and Vincent plays more of that hard-nosed basketball, which we can all accredit to the Miami Heat culture. So by retaining D'Lo and gaining Gabe Vincent, it was a solid move for LA that will only make this roster much deeper. Some other great pickups to make this roster even more talented are Taurean Prince and Jarred Vanderbilt. Bringing that 3-and-D playstyle to the Lakers, Prince will help greatly as they need more versatile wings, or if you want to say forwards, on the floor. On 3.6 3-point attempts per game, Prince knocked these down at a 38% rate, and when getting in less than 8 feet, Prince converts these shots 59% of the time. So not only will he be a reliable floor spacer, but he can put the ball on the deck to attack the rim and close. Now this doesn't mean Prince is some great shot creator or anything like that, but he can put himself in the right spots within the offense and make the most of his chances. Another reason why I believe Prince is such a good pickup is because not only will he give the offense another relief outlet on the perimeter for when AD and LeBron sink the defense, but he can also guard multiple positions on the defensive end, providing that much needed versatility on this side of the ball. Standing at 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan, Prince can match up with guards and then switch on the bigs as well and rightfully hold his own. When you pair Prince's defensive abilities with Jarred Vanderbilt, then this can make for some troubling possessions for the opposing team. The pickup of Vanderbilt mid-season made a noticeable difference for the Lakers immediately. To put things in the simplest term, Vanderbilt was getting down to business defensively. He used his wide 6'8", 214-pound frame to hound ball handlers from wherever on the floor, and then with his length, he could bother shots in close as well. It's not really often you see someone his size have this amount of agility and flexibility to practically guard 1 through 5 at times, so without a doubt, this was a great addition to bring back to the squad. Now let's not think too far. Just because he is a dog defensively, it doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. Because when you flip to the offensive side, Vanderbilt was almost useless at times, which would limit the Lakers offensively. In hopes of him not clogging the paint, they would draw up Jared to be out on those corner threes waiting for a shot, but the problem is that he only knocked down 32% of his threes during the regular season, and when entering the postseason, the conversion rate dropped all the way down to just 24%. This made it super easy for the opposing defense to just leave him out on the perimeter and keep more defenders near the paint, which in turn made it difficult for other guys to have clean driving lanes. In addition to his poor shooting performances, he wasn't the best finisher inside when met with bigs contesting him, so honestly the struggles for Vanderbilt offensively were noticeable all around. But I got some good news for you. The upside is that he is like an A+ defensively, which every team needs. So if he can come back next season with a much more improved jump shot and ability to finish inside, his stock will not only rise, but he will also make this Lakers team that much better. Now for the lack of floor space Vanderbilt provided, well, Rui Hachimura stepped up big time, especially in that playoff run. It's like he knew his role to a T and he executed on it in a great fashion. Improving from a 32% shooter in the regular season from deep, then to a 48% shooter in the playoffs, you could obviously see Rui got locked in and was ready to fire at any given moment. When Big sagged off and dared him to shoot it, well, it wasn't in their best favor as he was shooting the ball with much confidence. Then once teams caught wind that Rui was actually able to pour it in from deep, well, they would step up and apply more pressure, but since he's pretty talented, Rui could put it on the deck and go create a look for himself. Just being a big body, he can expose matchups with smaller defenders down low, and on defense, he showed that he could use that size to sit down and make it hard for guys to get past him to go score the ball. Trust me, if what we saw from him late in the season is what he's going to build off of going forward, then the Lakers definitely have a special piece on their hands. Now look, by now I'm sure you guys all know who is the most valuable asset that they brought back, and that is Austin Reaves. Reaves can literally do it all on the floor, and we seen him break out last season putting everyone on notice. He has a sturdy handle that allows him to break down defenders, his pull-up shooting is rather smooth, so if he needs to create a look for himself he can, and then if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he can be a reliable spot-up option on the perimeter. Early in the season, there wasn't much noise around Reaves as he was still finding his footing within the offense, but once we started rolling into the back half of the season, it's like he got his opportunity, and trust me, he did not let it go to waste. His chemistry next to AD and LeBron was second to none, which shows he has the IQ to play at a high level, and when involved in big moments, he did not shy away, but instead he stepped up to the plate, showing he belongs on the floor. Pretty much you could say Austin Reaves is the full package of a player that you would want. He can work off ball, create something out of nothing with the handle, and even though it may be overlooked, he can facilitate the ball pretty well. I made a full analysis on Austin Reaves that I'll link right here, so after this video you can go check it out. But I do want to ask you one thing. As we all seen, Austin Reaves has a high ceiling, but with 2 years in the league and already 25 years old, how much growth do you think we will see from him? Now over here at Hoop Mastery, you know we don't like grading players who haven't touched much time on the court, but it's only right if we touch on Max Christie. Max looked amazing during the summer league, just looking like a well-polished player. I mean, bro was handling the rock with some finesse, led the offense, shot the lights out, and was holding his own on defense. See, I'm already getting a little hyped, so let me slow my roll. Summer league is one thing, and so is getting minimal minutes on the floor, so I want to wait until he gets a great sample size to really judge his playstyle. When you pair all these guys next to the superstar duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the Lakers are in a much better position this upcoming year than last year. Sure, they picked up some role players and not another bona fide star, but trust me, quality role players affect the game so much more rather than your average role player. I personally think this team can do great things with Darvin Ham coaching them. It's just all about how much they buy in and focus on the main goal. Now listen, I know I couldn't touch on everything or go super deep, but that's what you all are here for, so we can discuss all the extras. Comment down below anything regarding the Lakers that interests you or could be a problem, and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading over to watch this Phoenix Suns analysis. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.